Good morning. Today's my topic is adoption under Hindu law and essentials of valid adoption. Sonship and adoption. The son under the Hindu law has been assigned utmost importance in the Hindu Dharma Shastras. Male issues was treated as necessary for protecting the deceased parents from the sufferings of the hell and to perform their funeral obligations. The ancient Hindu law mentioned about the following kinds of son: the Orsa of the legitimate son, the Datta or the adopted son, Kritima or the son made, Kshitija, that is the son begotten from another man with the consent of the husband, Gudhaja, that is son secretly brought forth by the wife, a son born in the family but as to who begot him being unknown. Son secretly born to unmarried damsel, Putrika, Putra, that is son of an adopted daughter, Sahodaja, that is son born to wife who was pregnant at the time of the marriage, Krita, that is son purchased from his parents on some price, is the Rita, son of the purchaser, Syamasdatta, where an abundant son offers himself to one. Pahunara Bhava, son of a remarried woman, Apividha, where an abundant son was accepted by a person on his own initiative. One more kind of son was added by some law givers called Nishad, that is son of a Brahmin by his Shudra wife. But in modern time or present Hindu law, enactment are concerned with only three kinds of sons, namely legitimate, illegitimate, adoption. Adoption meaning, according to Manu, adoption is the taking of a son as a substitute for the failure of a male issue. Thus, it is a transplantation of a son from one family in which he born to another family, where he is given by the natural parents by way of gift. Adoption is a legally recognized mode of affiliation as the son of a person of one who in fact was not his son. On adoption, ties of the son with his old family are severed and he is being born in the new family, acquiring rights, duties and status in the new family. Now, in the present scenario, the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956 has completely codified the law of adoption and has materially modified it in correspondence to the needs of dynamism of Hindu society. Therefore, every adoption shall be made in conformity with this act, and any contravention of the provisions of this act shall be void. Essentials of valid adoption. Section 6 of the act enumerates the requisites of a valid adoption. The person adopting has the capacity and also the right to take in adoption. The person giving in adoption has the capacity to do so. The person adopted is capable of being taken in adoption and the adoption made in compliance with the other conditions. Therefore, no adoption is considered valid unless it fulfills the above mentioned conditions under Section 6 of the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956. According Section 5 of the Act, an adoption made in contravention of the provision of Chapter 2 of the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956 is void. Capacity of a male Hindu to take in adoption. According to Section 7 of Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956, any male Hindu who is of sound mind and is not a minor has the capacity to take his son or a daughter in adoption. But if the male Hindu has a wife living at the time of adoption, he shall not adopt except on the consent of his wife. In the case of Sarabajit Kabir versus Gurumal Kaur AIR 2009, the court upheld that if adoption taken by the husband without the consent of the wife, that adoption will be illegal. But the consent of the wife of a male Hindu is not necessary in the following three conditions. 1. The wife has completely and finally renounced the word, or second, the wife has ceased to be Hindu, or third, the wife has been declared by a court of contempt jurisdiction, competent jurisdiction to be unsound mind. If a man has more than one wife living at the time of adoption, the consent of all the wives must be obtained. The Act has given two qualifications for a male Hindu to be capable to take a child in adoption, that is, the person must be of sound mind and he must not be minor. The man is required to take consent of the wives or wife. Before adoption, without the consent of wife or wives, the adoption will be void. Capacity of a female Hindu to take in adoption. A female has also capacity to adopt any child. Section 8 of the Act provides that any female Hindu who is of sound mind, who is not minor and who is not married, or if married, whose marriage has been dissolved or whose husband is dead or her husband has renounced the word finally and conclusively, or her husband has become a convert or her husband has been declared to be unsound mind by a court of competent jurisdiction, has the capacity to take a son or daughter in adoption. A woman who is of sound mind and is not a minor can take child in adoption. The woman has no right to adopt during the substance of the marriage if the husband not suffering with any of the disabilities mentioned in section 8 of the Act. The unmarried and widow woman has also the right to take in adoption any child. However, 2010 amendment of the section 8 of the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956 has brought a radical change in the Hindu law. The newly enacted section 8 reads as under: any female Hindu who is of sound mind and is not a minor has the capacity can take his son or daughter in adoption, provided that if she has a husband living, she shall not adopt his son or daughter except with the consent of her husband, unless the husband has completely and finally renounced the word, or has ceased to be a Hindu, or has been declared by a court of competent jurisdiction to be unsound mind. Person capable of giving in adoption. Section 9 of the Act lays down the capacity of person who may give the child in adoption to another. No person except the father or mother or the guardian of the child shall have the capacity to give in adoption. Capacity of the father to give in adoption: if the father is alive, he shall alone have the right to give in adoption, but such right shall not be exercised save with the consent of the mother. Capacity of the mother to give in adoption: the mother may give the child in adoption if the father is deceased or had completely and finally renounced the word, or had ceased to be a Hindu, or has been declared by a court jurisdiction to be unsound mind. Capacity of the guardian to give in adoption, where both the father and mother are dead to be unsound mind or had finally renounced the word, is declared by the court that the guardian of a child may give the child in adoption with the following conditions laid down by the courts: that the adoption will be for welfare of the child, that the applicant for permission has not received any payment in consideration of the adoption, that no person has given any payment to the applicant for consideration of the adoption of child. The father has preferential right to give the child in adoption if he is unsound mind or suffering from chronic disease, has the right to give a child in adoption. The guardian may give the child in adoption with the prior permission of the court. Who can be adopted? Section 10 of the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956, the following person who fulfill the conditions are capable for adoption: he or she sound be Hindu, he or she not already be adopted, any child adopted, he or she has not been married unless there is a custom applicable which permits being can adopt, he or she has not completed the age of 15 years which is to be considered being taken for adoption. According to section 11, in every adoption, the following condition must be complied with. If the adoption is of a son, the adoptive father or mother by whom the adoption is made must not have a Hindu son, son's son or son's son's son, whether by legitimate blood relationship or by adoption. Living at the time of adoption, if the adoption is of a daughter, the adoptive father or mother by whom the adoption is made must not have a Hindu daughter or son's daughter, whether by legitimate blood relationship or by adoption. Living at the time of adoption. If the adoption is by a male and the person to be adopted is a female, the adoptive father is at least 21 years older than the person to be adopted. If the adopted is by a female and the person to be adopted is a male, the adoptive mother is at least 21 years older than the person to be adopted. The same child may not be adopted simultaneously by two or more persons. Does not refer to if both persons are adoptive mother and father. The child to be adopted must be actually given and taken in adoption by the parents or guardian concerned or under their authority with intent to transfer the child from the family of its birth, or in the case of an abandoned child or child whose parentage is not known from the place or family where it has been brought up to the family of its adoption, provided that the performance of datta